Are you feeling frustrated and stuck in a constant state of disorganization? In this video, I'll show you some practical ways to get more organized, to take back control of some of the things in your life that are making you feel frustrated and discouraged.
All right, let's get into some practical ways to get personally organized. To begin with, let's start with some dangers of disorganization. If we're honest and we acknowledge how disorganized we are, we realize how it wastes time. We have to spend time looking for things, and we waste money because we buy things we already have just because we can't find them. We don't know where they are, so we buy a second or third of it. It's confusing, and not knowing where things are is confusing. You think you know where it is and it's not, and you walk into a room and you forget why you're there and what you're looking for. It becomes stressful because you feel like you're not being a good manager of the things you have. It's very frustrating, and we miss opportunities. If we don't have an organizational system set up, then we miss out on opportunities because we're not really ready and prepared to take advantage of it. Here are some benefits of organization. If there's disadvantages of disorganization, what are the benefits of organization? Definitely self-confidence. We know where things are. We are able to access what we need when we want to. Gives us a peace of mind. We're much more efficient. We're not wasting time looking for things, fumbling around. We can access what we need. We don't waste time, and ultimately we save money. So being organized helps you save time and money and just gives you a general peace of mind. Here's my definition of organization: having a simple method to save something I may want to use later, and having a simple method to access something I previously saved. Both the saving and the accessing part are necessary. You could have a great way to save things, but if you don't know where they are, then you're disorganized. Both of these are really important. And I stress the idea that that needs to be simple. If it's complicated, you won't do it. It'll be confusing and cumbersome. If you look at these four areas of life, our time and tasks, our money, our information, and stuff, how would you rate yourself in these four areas? Are you organized or disorganized? You may have really mastered one of these areas, but there's probably one or two that you really struggle with being organized. Let's look at each four of these specifically. First, time and tasks. These are events that you have to show up for, tasks we need to do. And if we don't have a process or a method or a plan to be able to handle these time and tasks, we just become disorganized. If you don't write anything on a calendar, how do you know where to go and when to be places, right? It's just hard to keep all this in our head. So having a strategy or a plan to be able to do this and plan and organize the use of your time is really, really important. I have a video on becoming a time management expert that gets into the details of how to do this better. But if you do this well, if you're organized with your time and tasks, you're clarifying your priorities and you're reducing conflicts. You're not letting things take over or crowd out the time and tasks that are important to you. So the first area to get organized in is your time and task. The next area is our money or our finances. Some people just spend and spend and spend and don't track anything, and they don't know where their money's going. And that can be very frustrating and discouraging because you're not really sure where the money's going. So if you have a simple way to track your expenses, it could be manual, it could be software, a simple way to pay your bills, that's something you've got to do every month. If you could automate that, that would help you be more organized and you're not having to remember when they're due. You can do a lot. There's a lot of software in your bank. You can set up auto bill pay. That helps you be organized there and keeps track of what money's going out and when. How organized are you being able to access your funds in your account? Can you log in and look those up, or is it a mystery to you? Uh, if you're not sure about your money and how to access it and where it is and where it's going, that can be very frustrating and confusing. Even tax preparation, there's simple ways to be able to prepare for your taxes. And if you're tracking all of these things, then when it comes time for taxes, it's a much easier process to get ready and get the taxes prepared and filed. The third area is just general information. Life's full of lots of information: personal, family, project, research info. There's all types of information that you gather for fun. Some of it's necessary: medical records, personal information about you, your family. Do you know where all of that is? Do you have access to that? Do you have a simple process to do that? Or is it overwhelmed? Is it, oh, it's in a folder somewhere, but I'm not sure where that folder is? Being able to, again, have a simple way to capture and store this and a simple way to access this is what you're shooting for here to be organized. Otherwise, the more information you get, the more disorganized you get, and the more frustrating you get. Even receipts. I have a way to scan receipts and keep those organized and filed. There's nothing more frustrating than try to return something you don't have a receipt. But if you have a photo of a receipt, that works just as well as having the physical receipt. And even account information. There's you have multiple accounts to different um, bills that you pay and different accounts for different services that you have? Do you have easy access to all that information so that you can get it whenever you need and be able to know how you're using it, how much money you're spending on those things, and how to handle disputes and how to reach out to them if you need to call and get information or customer service or some problem solved? That account information is really important to have as well. And then there's just general stuff, right? We all have stuff. Um, do you know what you have? Can you access it? Uh, is it stuff that you still use or not? Too many of us have stuff that is not valuable to us anymore, and we should get rid of it. And if you know what you have, then that will prevent you from rebuying items that you already have. If you don't know where it is, you may know you have it, but you don't know where it is, then you might have to buy it again. That's kind of maddening. So I have a stuff test to be able to remove unused stuff. My stuff test is something, is this item served me in the last year or not? Will it serve me in the future? If it doesn't, then I can donate it, sell it, or trash it, depending on what it is. So get rid of the unused stuff. The more stuff you have that's not useful to you, it's getting in the way and adding to the disorganization. So think about how you can get rid of the things that aren't serving you well. Remove that stuff so it doesn't get in the way. My favorite organization tool is a piece of software called Notion. There's a free version and a paid version. There's a lot you can do on the free version. The paid version, I'd recommend you start with the free version if it serves you well and you want the features of the paid, go for it. But start with the free version. I use it to keep a lot of things organized for me in life. I call it my second brain. I have account information, projects I'm working on, research I'm doing, um, customers I work with. I have information from them in there. I have my task calendar is in there. I kind of take notes from meetings in there. You can customize it to work any way you want it to do to work, but it serves me very well as my main organization tool. I can access it from my computer, on my desk. I can take it on my phone. It's on my tablets. Anywhere I go, I have access to it. And whenever I have new information that comes in that I need to capture, I can put it right into Notion, even from my phone, and I put it in the right place so I know where to get it. And even if I forget where I put it in Notion, I can search inside Notion for it and it will pop up for me and be able to get it. It has saved me lots and lots of time and given me great peace of mind of being organized. I know where things are. I don't have to keep them in my head. I know where to look for them and I know how to access them. So this is a tool. And you don't have to use this. Just find a tool, find a process that works for you so that you can store things easily and access things easily that you need and that you want and that are important to you. That's the key to being organized.
Okay, it's time for you to start getting organized. Don't delay. Start right away. Get organized and take back control of your life.